Hi, my name is Brad Thomas. Welcome to Discovering Your Greatness, the video series companion to my book, The Greatness Revolution. In Ray Bradbury's sci-fi short story, A Sound of Thunder, a man named Eccles goes back in time on a T-Rex hunting expedition. His guide, Travis, tells Eccles to stay on the path the expedition party has laid down. To step off the path and interfere in the slightest way with the environment could change the entire 65 million year trajectory of history. Of course, Eccles steps off the path, killing a butterfly. Upon his return, the entire world is in ruins under the hand of a tyrant. The butterfly effect is proven right. One man's small choice has changed the entire trajectory of the world. Staying on the path matters. It's easy to look at something like a sci-fi story about time travel and see that choices matter. It's more difficult to see what is potentially even more catastrophic or incredibly beautiful. The seemingly mundane and insignificant choices we make in every moment in life. Successful people do daily what unsuccessful people do occasionally. Successful people make the three dimensions of a dream, desire, determination, and discipline, daily practices, while unsuccessful people make undisciplined choices. That's why we call it success and not successy. We are all equal in one way. All of us have today 24 hours. We all have 365 days in a year. Those who live their dream live it every day. They make the small, unsexy choices, moving them imperceptibly toward their dream and their greatness. Even the daily mundane activity that seems to have no payoff, the extra 5 phone calls for business, the extra 15 minutes studying, the extra 10 minutes researching, the extra half mile on the morning run, after 7 days has turned into 35 extra phone calls, 1 hour and 45 minutes of extra studying, 1 hour and 10 minutes of more researching, an extra 3.5 miles of running, and an extra 350 calories burned. In 1 year, 1,820 phone calls, 91 extra study hours, 36 hours of research, 182 extra miles of running, or 18,200 extra calories burned. Those who achieve their dreams, realizing choosing a little consistent extra activity compounds over time, creating huge dividends. Those who lock their dreams away fail to see the power of today partnering with time and the power of staying on the path to greatness in the seemingly mundane moments. Take a quick study of lottery winners. Statistically, within just a few short years, most lottery winners are either broke, in greater debt than before they won the lottery, or in jail. Why? Because how they were with a little is how they were with a lot. The zeros behind the one don't matter. How they treated $1 is how they treated $1 million. The truth is, how we are in the small things is how we will be in the big things. Disciplined activity over time is one of the answers to moving into your greatness and living your dream. When we practice the simple, small disciplines, over time, the consequences and dividends will grow exponentially, even though we're still doing the same thing, not doing more. By the same token, when we practice undisciplined and inconsistent activity, we spiral out of control into quiet desperation, mediocrity, and victimization. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. We're all time travelers. Our choices matter. Nothing stays the same. There is no such thing as a static existence. Life is dynamic. We're either walking into our greatness and toward our dream, or away from it. As we travel the spirals of life, each spiral representing a moment, sometimes we get trapped in the regrets or the guilt of our past. We repeat the same loop over and over in our hearts and minds, but the loops of time move on. We lose precious opportunities because we don't use the listen and learn technique, attaching stories to moments that serve us, but instead, we become paralyzed by our past, stuck in a moment telling ourselves stories that don't serve us. We're an Apple family. Apple computers use a spinning rainbow wheel for the cursor when the computer is processing incoming data. Sometimes, when we've performed a number of actions very quickly, the computer's rainbow wheel will begin to spin, meaning we've bombarded the computer with too much information and too many tasks to process at the moment. On some occasions, the computer locks up. In our household, we call this the spinning rainbow wheel of death. We'll probably have to force quit or restart our computer and lose the data we were working on. Is it frustrating? Yes, it can be. Sometimes a little more frustrating than other times. Is it the end of the world? No. Can we still accomplish our tasks? Yes. It may take a little longer than we thought necessary because of the delay, but we can still reboot, begin the task again, and complete it. All that may have been lost is a little time. When we become trapped in our past, experiencing emotional overload in an overwhelming and difficult moment for us to process, we experience a real-life spinning rainbow wheel of death. But guess what? Out of the ashes, the phoenix rises. From a death comes new life. Even in the spinning rainbow wheel of death, there's still a rainbow. There is beauty after the storm. During the spinning rainbow wheel of death, the only wrong decision is to wallow in the spinning, hoping it will change, replaying again and again the keystrokes and choices that got us here. Instead, we listen and reflect on what we did, learn from our past, reboot, and move on. If we wallow, we'll continue to spin our rainbow wheels. If we practice the listen and learn technique and forgiveness, we're free to live again, walking toward our dream and in our greatness. Will we have lost time? Yes, but we're not going in circles anymore. We're spiraling on the greatest ride of our lives, the ride toward our greatness. The more conscious we become of the spinning rainbow wheel of death, the sooner we can listen, reflect, learn, adjust, and move beyond simply spinning. Make the small, unnoticeable, unsexy, seemingly mundane choices moving you toward your dream. Make the appropriate emotional response to the storms of life, writing stories that serve you. Then move. And over time, watch your greatness emerge. The greatness revolution is a circle with purpose, movement, and transformation. The greatness revolution is a spiral. And remember, walk in your greatness and have a great day.